which is the oriental flavor of the ramen noodles. I'm in the mood for ramen, which is really kind of a rare occasion for me. So, because the salt content usually gets me, but you know, you gotta have a little bit of salt every so often, but you gotta be careful with it too, you know. So, anyways, I am cooking. This is live, everybody. I am cooking. I soaked these kidney beans last night, and I was supposed to cook them yesterday, but all the burners were taken up. Whoa, that steam is real. So he's been cooking with two vegan bouillon cubes. It's a little bit of extra salt because you just need a little extra sometimes because the beans really do take up. Then you need garlic. I got oregano in there. I have pepper, and then I have some freshly chopped onion. It's pretty basic, but I mean, I've been trying to eat a little bit cleaner than normal. And these have been soaking. Beans originally were soaking for about 24 hours before I even tried to cook them. So everything I'm making so I can eat throughout the entire day. So I'm going to be making some plain rice, but I'm probably going to change my mind and eat couscous instead. Because I really do enjoy couscous, which is a pasta. I thought it was green for a long time. And let's see. Something that we've grown. Here, let's show you what me and my father have grown, and which I will be using in my dish. Here is something I've grown myself. I've grown that myself. Me and my father have grown that. We grew that from the roots of stuff we bought from the grocery store. So instead of just throwing away like the roots and stuff like that, we would actually go and plant them. And they actually grew into full-on adult plants, which I can show you real quick while I'm waiting for my ramen noodles to kind of cool down. So it's too hot to even eat, but you have to eat. I might, while I'm waiting for that to cool down, I might make me some oatmeal too. And yes, I make oatmeal. Let's see. Every time I show you guys my stuff, it shows like backwards. This is what I'm going to make. Apples and cinnamon oatmeal. It's vegan too. It's got a lot of sugar in it. And when I eat that, sometimes I like to add a little bit of regular oatmeal to it to kind of break up the sugar. And they add a lot of sugar in it, just like a lot. More than I put in my coffee, it seems. Alright, we're taking you guys outside. I'll show you what we're growing. Hello, Dilwar. How you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I mean my YouTube. YouNow. Gosh, I got weird things on the brain. Please call you. You want a guest? Is that what you're trying to ask? Get in my guest queue. Hello, Jen Jetson. Well, I'm growing tomatoes here. Growing some more tomatoes. I apologize if this gets cut out. Then over here is wait. I'm like myself. There we go. Over here and regular onions we're growing. If you want me to talk to you, go and put yourself in the guest queue and I'll guest you if you want. It's the only way I can call you on here. Anyways, we're back in the house. I eat a lot of protein sources, so let's see the beans. Let's do this. You need to get in my guest queue, and I don't know who you are to call you. So you have to get in my guest queue. There's a guest button at the top. Or maybe I can't guest people on mobile. I don't know. Anyways, let's show you my screen. Wrong one. There we go. currently cooking here. Let's see if I can guess you. No, I can't guess you. You have to be in my guess queue yourself. Hello, Lehane J. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right now I'm cooking my dinner. I had soaked these kidney beans for over 24 hours, and I kept rinsing them, and then I put them in the refrigerator. And thank you for the likes. Thank you. Oh, hi Magic. How you doing? I'm cooking. I am making right now kidney beans. Right now, boiled kidney beans. I soaked these overnight. Let's see. Can I call anybody on mobile? Let's see. Nope, I can't call you if I'm on mobile like this. Let's see if I'm correct. Leanne? Oh, okay. I apologize about that. Please forgive me. I butcher people's names, and I really do appreciate it when people tell me the correct spelling of their name. Anyways, I'm a vegan, so I cook vegan all the time. And these are actually, this is my lunch right here. This is my vegan top ramen. And yes, I eat top ramen as a vegan, but I only eat the officially vegan one. There's the soaked kidney beans for over 24 hours, and then they've been rinsed and obviously put in the refrigerator so they don't ferment. And then there's salt. There's 2 vegan bouillon cubes inside there. There's garlic. There's oregano in there, and there's freshly ground pepper in there, and they're boiling. Oh my goodness. One second. Let's see. I am from the United States of America. Where are you from? Let's see. I don't have a luxurious kitchen, but at least I can cook my meals, so. Oh, and there's fresh onion in here as well. Freshly chopped onion. And then I'll be chopping onion again very shortly, because I like to layer the onion flavors inside my food very finely. I'll be making some plain rice. Let's see, switch cameras here. Let's see. Hello, Toria. How are you doing? So next is, after I get done with this, I'll be making some plain rice. And then this will give me the opportunity to see if I want to turn this into sushi rolls, vegan sushi rolls, or however I want to go about this. Because, I mean, I transform a lot of my food that originally started out from, and I transpose it to something else sometimes. Like, I may end up, you know, making these beans and rice, end up turning the beans and rice into vegan bean sushi rolls. Let's check on these again. Alrighty. But yeah, I'm preparing tonight's dinner, everyone, if you guys don't know. It's time to add some water to the mix, really. Thought I'd challenge myself. I thought I'd challenge myself and see if I can do a live cooking show on YouNow. Instead of giving you guys my refined, finely put YouTube videos when I cook, but that way you get real-time stuff as well. So, alright, now we're adding the water. It's 2 cups of water. Actually, it's 4 cups, I lied. And then I'm turning the flame back up on high again, because I've had the flame kind of like on low. So now I'm putting the flame back on high until it starts to boil again, and then I'll turn it back down again. So yeah, my food's not fancy smancy today. It's very, very simple, very clean. Right now, I am actually doing a little mini cleanse for myself. I'm on, let me see, where is it? Let's go find it. I'm on water bottle number 6. So I'm doing a major cleanse all day. And I'm doing actually major cleanse for an entire week, but it might turn for the rest of my life. Like continuously drinking, this is like 32 ounces of water. I don't know how many milliliters that is, but I mean, I'm drinking water like crazy, trying to flush my skin out, especially since I was sunburnt. Let's see something. I'm trying to figure out this stuff. Hello, Amit Howard. How you doing? I am currently cooking. How you doing today? Thank you. He says I'm cute today. Yes, this is what I'm making. I'm actually cooking right now. I just added some water. Oh, thank you very much for following me on YouTube. I appreciate that. But yeah, the beans are almost done. I had soaked these beans overnight. I mean, for 24 hours. And then I decided to cook. It's just really, really warm. I'm actually cooking kidney beans, actually. It's like a red bean like you would have in your country. I don't know what it's called in your country. But I'm either gonna choose to make rice or make couscous. Oh yeah. I'm a vegan because I don't eat meat or dairy, so I'm kind of contemplating between rice and couscous. Yes, I do know couscous. Oh yes, I eat this stuff a lot. See? Couscous. It might be backwards. The wording might be backwards on your screen. I have no idea. But every time I review it back, I always see it backwards. But it says couscous, original plain. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to, cook the rice or if I'm going to cook the couscous. Haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Costco's Morocco? No. No, I've never seen Costco's Morocco before. But I love Moroccan food, to be honest. I love different countries cooking sometimes more than the typical United States cuisine because there's more diverse flavors and my taste buds and my palate's very sensitive these days. Let's see, where's a fork? I can't look at links on here because I'm mobile. I can't even guess anybody, which kind of, is annoying. But yes, I'm also eating a little snack too. And then probably gonna get some strawberries and some of my strawberries and maybe cut up some oranges. Why don't you post it on private message on my YouTube channel so I can look it up? Couscous Moroccan Tifa. Is that how you say that? So I haven't decided if I'm going to make couscous. It takes 5 minutes to cook couscous. Or it takes 30 minutes to cook rice. I'm thinking because I have more rice, I'll probably cook that. Or I might make both. I'm not sure. But I'll be leaving to go to the store in about 2 hours or so. I'll be getting some lettuce, some kale, some basic leafy vegetables because I require a lot of that type of stuff in my diet to eat. It also keeps me looking young. You're the one that kept telling me I look like I'm 22, 23. I told you my real age. Okay. Hello, Yuji Sakai. How are you doing? Welcome. Alright, let's go back. The beans are boiling. Beans are coming to a boil again. For the third time I've added the water. And still too soon to turn down the flame yet. But I still want to check if they're done. But they could be done already because I soaked them overnight. Actually for 24 hours. So come on. And surprisingly, all this is just for me. I just got your notification, by the way. Thank you. Thank you, Mekhad. Yeah, I know. I just saw the notification pop up on my phone. I just tested one of the beans and they're still not done. But it needs salt, like really, really bad. So let's go and grab the salt. It might need more garlic powder too, so let's go ahead and grab that too. Let's switch the camera. Alright. This is salt. Add some salt in here. Now, it definitely is going to need more garlic. Okay, you have a good day. Thank you so much for coming to this broadcast. I really appreciate it. Aw, that's so sweet of you. You are very, very sweet. Okay, I'm adding garlic powder because it needs a little bit more garlic powder. I was going to add a chili flake into it, but the last time my stomach got ripped up to pieces. And I think I'm going to be adding some more oregano. But then right now I'm layering the oh, thank you. Right now I'm layering the flavors. Again, since the beans are getting close to being done, so I'm adding more oregano. Alrighty. I have to be careful with how much oregano I add. I have to be careful with how much oregano I add because oregano, thyme, parsley, oregano, thyme, and sage are iron blockers. And if you know me, I have to be careful with like the iron blockers in my diet. I'm actually going to add more salt. Something tells me to add more salt. And then I also go by smell. Hold on. So don't be afraid to smell your cooking as you're cooking. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. And stir it so to make sure nothing's sticking at the bottom. That was so nice for AQUIRIES to come to my broadcast and just come and say hi. It was amazing. I like the support of you guys. You guys are just so amazing. You guys just have no idea. You know. Especially from you guys from another country, you know, from like the Moroccan, Egypt, all over Arabian countries. You guys just been so sweet to me, very nice to me. Sometimes I think you guys are more nicer to me than even people in my own country. So it's just like, wow, maybe it's just a culture thing to be kind and respectful to each other thing that sometimes I think a lot of Westerners don't have. I mean, no offense to people who were raised right by their parents, but I mean, I'm starting to feel like this generation is not being raised right, and we're just being raised to troll people. We're raised to be self-righteous when we're not, and to feel like we are justified in our anger, to feel justified in our reasonings. All right, it's time to lower the heat. When you hear this or see this, it's time to lower the heat again. There we go. But I think it's just a culture thing, you know. I think that people, if they're not raised right, or the culture is different, you know, you're not going to be able to respect anybody else if you weren't raised right, or if you didn't raise yourself right, if you were, you know, self-raised. But yeah, right now I'm cooking this, and then I'm going to be busting. Actually, I won't be busting into the strawberries, it seems. Seems like some of the strawberries went bad on me, some of them didn't, so I'll be fishing them out. Like which ones are good, which ones are bad. And I'll be adding, making like a little mini fruit salad with 2 of these oranges, which are in the refrigerator. And then we will see where we go from there. Now I'm switching the camera around so you guys can see me switch. Starting to get more, like the water starting to reduce down. It was originally up here, and now it's reducing down here. And I keep the lid on it to speed up the cooking process because it kind of like acts like a pressure cooker slash, it kind of like acts like what are those things where like a greenhouse? Yeah, it acts like a greenhouse where the liquid, you know, condensates in the top and re-rains back down, but causing a slight pressure inside, causing it to cook faster. So it's like it creates like a less surface area type thing. I can't explain it. I personally can't explain it any better than that right now. I mean, when I think about it later on down the road, I just will. If you guys can't tell, I am trying different hashtags. I'm trying to show you guys you don't have to all be in girls. You don't always have to be in vegan if you're vegan, like I am. You can go into cooking. You can show how easily accessible being vegan is. And you don't have to shove your veganism down people's throats. And you don't have to be a jerk about it. You don't have to be mean about it, even though there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not talking about, like, you know, accepting it for yourself. But, I mean, you can't change anybody else but yourself. So I say, you know what? If you're living your life and you feel like someone's telling you, you've got to do this, and you've got to do this, and you've got to do that. And all of a sudden someone's like saying, yo, you have to do it like this. And it puts you in defensive mode. And I just want to make sure that my veganism is a good example to want to bring people to actually want to try at least one vegan dish. Vegan ramen. Yeah, the vegan ramen is this, let me show you. Let me dig in my trash. Alright, let's see. Can you see that? It's the only one I buy. If I don't have it, they don't have it in the store, I don't buy anything else. But yeah, I eat vegan top ramen. Interestingly enough. Soon I'll be going to the store and getting me some vegan cheese, some vegan mock meats. They have this vegan burger meat that's, well, there's 2 kinds that are actually eerily amazing. One I've tried, the other one I've heard people review on it. One is the Beyond Meat burger patties, the one that look like patties, they come like 2 in a package. I heard they're like $5-6 a package of 2 of them. And I heard that they were like eerily reminding them of like real meat. And then the one I've tried is the Lifelight. Yeah, it's Lifelight, something like that. And it's like, it's really sticky. And you can, you know, shape it into balls and put it into patties. And for me, it was delicious actually. It tasted like a sausage without all the spices in it, the texture at least. And it didn't have that gritty, like, gristle stuff you would normally feel and taste in the meat. So, I mean, I just want to show that my life the way I live my life, you can eat vegan, but not throw your veganism down people's faces and make them feel like dog crap because they're not doing what you believe is ideal for them. So I'm just going to live my life and doing what's ideal for me. And if any of you guys want to try anything that I'm making, or if I'm cooking on my channel or anywhere, go ahead and try it. If you have any requests or anything like that, things you want me to try to veganize, I've actually been working on a couple vlogs for you all too. Well, we're waiting for the beans to finish cooking. That is, I'm trying to veganize fast food places. And I'm actually going after the hardest one to veganize. I'm actually working hard to veganize McDonald's. And I managed to do it the other day. I managed to veganize a Big Mac. The iconic burger of McDonald's. I did. I went to McDonald's and I wasn't a jerk about it. I wasn't an asshole. I said, hey, I don't mean to sound like I'm imposing my beliefs on you guys, but I have certain dietary needs that I need to address. So can I get this burger without meat, without the cheese? The Thousand Island dressing, I believe, is not vegan either. So I got it without the sauce at all. And I got it with the guacamole instead of mayonnaise. And I got hash browns. And I put the hash browns in replace of where the burger was supposed to be at. And it was so freaking good. It was expensive, but it was so freaking good. And you're probably going, well, the way they cook the French fries and stuff like that gets intermingled with the meat and stuff like that they use with chicken nuggets and stuff. That might be true, but if you are out with your friends and you're out doing your thing, what are you gonna do? And you're at McDonald's. Eat nothing but salad and be like a typical vegan and eat the rabbit food? You can have that too, but there comes a time when you gotta make veganism more easily attainable, more socially acceptable, because so many people make veganism sound like it's unachievable. And you guys don't understand is that I also have a boyfriend who's a non-vegan. And I also know he eats fast food, and I know he goes out to places that typically don't have vegan options, typically. So with that being said, I want to make sure that if I'm out on a date with him, that I'm not going to be an asshole and go, oh, I can't eat here. Oh, we can't go here. Oh, we can't do this. Oh, we can't do that because they don't have stuff that's vegan. No, I want to make sure that I'm on top of my stuff, so that if we go out, I automatically know what I can get at this particular place. So far I managed to veganize, for the most part, McDonald's. And if you're really nice to the people that work at McDonald's, they're really nice to you back. If you're respectful to non-vegans, they're also respectful to you back. If you're going to be like, raw, you're killing animals and stuff like that, you know, that might be partially true, but you don't need to put it in their face. That's just really fucking rude. I mean, imagine if someone told me, because I have an animal, I'm a non-vegan because I have a cat, and I feed it cat food or something. You know, I'd be like, what am I supposed to feed her? Chocolate? Am I supposed to feed her strawberries? Am I supposed, you know? So, and I believe that people who are trying a vegan diet, even trying it even one time, they're doing a level of good they don't know. And you should be praising the good, even if they're doing it one time in their life ever. You should praise it and not focus on all the times they don't do what you want them to. I get so sick and tired of other vegans telling other people how to live their life, how to eat, but not praising them when they try a vegan food or a vegan dish, or trying to go meatless even one day or 2 days out of the week. You know what I mean? At least trying, you know, or bashing other vegans who slip up on their vegan diet and accidentally eat cheese on bread, or accidentally and doesn't want to waste the food. See, that's the other thing is a lot of vegans, if they discover that there's an animal product accidentally in their food, they will throw away the entire dish. Think about this, guys. Think about this. The amount of energy that was put into buying that food, growing that food, the human resources in growing it, like the farmers and stuff, the preparing of it, the servers that prepare it, the energy, the gas, the electric, the lights, all that fun stuff that took it to preparing that meal. You know, that's like carbon footprint crap. You know, and if you're going to be one of the vegans that's going to throw away something, instead of, you know, being a bigger person, just removing the bread off of your sandwich, you know, just not eating that part, you know, and not being wasteful. You know, there's vegans out there that are reasonable vegans out there, and I just want to make a shout out to all the reasonable vegans out there, because I've been in a position where I was at a restaurant a couple months ago with my son, and a lot of people don't know what veganism is, okay? They don't know what it is. They just don't know what it is. They view veganism as nothing but no meat. They don't think about the dairy, okay, or the eggs. A lot of people who don't know what veganism is. I actually talked to a few people, and they thought that it was just no meat. They didn't understand there was no cheese, no dairy, and very specific things. Well, I had to go and say, no, it's more than that, you know, and they didn't even understand. So I accidentally had sour cream and cheese in a burrito. So instead of being an asshole about it, I didn't say anything. I had it meatless, but I actually went and opened up my burrito and scraped as much of the sour cream and the cheese out of my burrito as possible. And they apologized to me. They were trying to get me to pay for my meal because they quote unquote screwed up. But I didn't want that to happen because they didn't understand what veganism was, and I wasn't going to punish them for that. I wasn't going to, you know, say, oh, you intentionally put this, you know, sour cream and cheese in my burrito. No. I just peacefully just scraped it out. And then I educated them what vegan was, you know. I'm like, oh, okay. So now they understood, and they were cool with it. The next time I came into that taco shop, guess what? They remembered me, and they appreciated the fact that I wasn't an asshole to them. And they appreciated that I went up and just, you know, talked to them like I would talk to a friend. And just, you know, and they were just really sweet, and they actually made extra provisions for me because I wasn't an asshole, you know, as a vegan. And I wasn't going to be a wasteful vegan either. I don't believe in wasting food. So that sour cream and cheese went to my son, who's not a vegan. So he got extra cheese and sour cream that day. And he loved it. But, I mean, I don't force my beliefs onto my own son either. If my son's going to be a vegan, he'll be a vegan. If he wants to try vegan one night, that's on him. If my boyfriend wants to be a vegan one night, wants to try it one night, you know, so be it. But I'm not going to like go, oh, rare, I don't love you no more. I don't want to be your friend anymore. Oh, I hate your guts because you're not vegan. No. 99% of the population is not vegan. So you're going to hate 99% of the population? Are you going to hate 99% of the population because you can't force your ideals down someone's throat? That type of ideology sounds ludicrous to me, to try to force your own ideology down someone's throat. It's really wrong, you know. So I want to be one of those types of vegans that just, oh, you don't eat meat, or you eat meat? Oh, okay, well, I don't I actually had a few conversations with meat eaters, and this is how my typical conversation goes. And I go grocery shopping, and I was near the meat department because I had to pass by it to get to the produce section. And I went by with my father, and my father was like, "I'm going to get me a tri-tip," and he's waiting in line with his own number at the ganacia, which is like the meat part in the department inside the grocery store. It's where you can order the cuts of meat and the murdered body parts and shit. Anyway, I was waiting in line with my dad because I didn't want to lose him in the store, because Dad can lose me in the store because I'm all over the face. I'm a fast shopper. I hate shopping. Really freaking hate shopping. Anyways, I got onto a little rant about the murdered animals and the smell and the stench. And the one guy chimed in behind me and said, "Well, I like meat like this." And I said, "Well, that's entirely your opinion. However, I don't eat meat. I'm a vegan." And he was like, "Well, I like meat. It's good for you." Like, you are entitled to your opinion, but this is my diet. This is the way I want to live it, and the way you eat is the way you eat. Can we agree on that? And the guy was like standing aback, and he was like, "Okay, I'm cool with that." Then he was asking me, what do I eat as a vegan? I said, "Well, I eat pretty much what you eat. I eat mock meats. I eat mock chicken, and I eat, vegan macaroni and cheese. I eat all kinds of vegan stuff. The same thing you guys eat, but it's just veganized. And I've actually felt better physically because I eat this way." And that's what I tell him. I feel better. And I tell him about my anemia. I tell him how sick I was. And then he was like asking me for recipes on how to do some things vegan. So instead of being an asshole and people closing themselves off of you, you got to be open. You got to remove the veil off your quote unquote vegan entitlement face. And you have to start being more inclusive in people. Because if you start including people, they're going to want to listen. They're going to want. So that 1% of veganism may grow to 2. The 2 may grow to 4. You got to start becoming more and more inclusive. And there's too many vegan YouTubers who really annoy the shit out of me for, fighting against other vegans, for one, for the views and for the money. I'm not going to name any names, but, if they see this, they'll know who they are. Which they should be ashamed for, by the way. Because they're destroying the very good name of veganism. Veganism is supposed to be a positive force, a positive, I can't believe I'm going to say the M word, movement. God, I can't believe I just said the M word. Movement. It's supposed to be a positive individual force within each and every single one of us. Instead of praising non-vegans for, "Oh, you didn't eat that today? Oh, well, that's good." Or that one meal or that one choice. Not even praising them for that. "Oh, well, you ate all that other meat all those other times." No, you have to stop being like that. See, that's why, and then there's vegans who bash other vegans and vegans who bash non-vegans. Stop the whole bashing altogether. You guys are such a cancer to the vegan movement. Seriously. You guys are the vegan cancer because you're publicly displaying all this negativity on the internet and then you're just calling other people out instead of focusing on how wonderful the benefits are and showing people how you live as a vegan. It's just ludicrous. Please, other vegans, I beg you this. Get extra B12. You need it. I think you've lost your minds, basically. That's what I'm implying. And a little mini rant as I'm cooking here. See, the beans are really quite plump because I soaked them overnight. Instead of taking, 6 hours to cook, they're only going to take 2. So, oops, my bad. I gotta learn how to scoop. Come on, beans. Come on. Come to mama. Alrighty. Mmm. I'm pretty much almost done. I'll leave it slow like this. I'm just letting it cover the lid for the, after I turn off the heat, cover it for about 30 minutes. Oh yeah, they were gonna be killer. But basically, to make a long story short, getting really sick and tired of other vegans bashing non-vegans. You know what I mean? It's just got to stop somewhere. You know, it really has to. And then vegans bashing other vegans for views when they're claiming they're vegan. But isn't veganism doing no harm? And if you're bashing another vegan, you're doing harm. So maybe they're not really vegan either. It's just like, wow, this is going to be an interesting vlog. Welcome to my brain, though, guys. As a vegan, you're supposed to be compassionate. Not just to the animals with the 4 legs go baa and cook, 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 and bloop, 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 and cock-a-doodle-doo, and you know what I mean? You got to be more compassionate to the human animal. You know, you forget that we're all sentient. You know, we're all important. We all have spirits and souls, and we all want to live. We want to fight to live. I am now featured in cooking. Wow, I'm actually featured, probably the only one in cooking. But yes, to make a long story short, you know, you gotta be inclusive on people in your vegan diet. I mean, another time, I was actually at McDonald's, the time I told you I veganized McDonald's. That was a couple days ago, literally. The manager was like, wow, really? So she asked me, how does it taste? So I ate the sandwich, and I came back to her, and I followed up with her. And I told her, by the way, that was really good that way. So I didn't get the secret sauce. I didn't get the cheese. I didn't get the meat. Everything else is vegan inside that. And I just added guacamole, and I added the potato patties and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, the vegan potato patties might be fried in oil that has been fried with non-vegan items like, you know, chicken nuggets and stuff like that, and other French fries and stuff. But if you are, like I said, for example, if I'm out on a date with my boyfriend, we happen to go into McDonald's, I know I can veganize McDonald's now. I know I can now. Most people don't have the art of veganizing McDonald's. I want to make veganism more socially acceptable. That is my goal. People think that, oh, you have to eat nothing but mono meals, like all oranges or all lettuce or all tomatoes or all blueberries or all this and all that. No, you can eat a balanced diet. You can eat a balanced diet. And then when you go out, I mean, you don't have to get the cheese. You don't have to get the egg. You don't have to get that. You don't have to get this, and you don't have to get that. It's a choice. And if you're out with a non-vegan spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, coworker, or any strangers that you happen to be around, you shouldn't be shaming them for not being vegan. You know, you need to like show people by your life that veganism is socially acceptable and it's easily attainable, because people think that veganism is too far out of their reach, but veganism is closer than they think. Because there's mock cheeses, there's mock meats, there's like all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so some of us are a little bit more stricter in our vegan diets than others. Just because one person's more strict in their vegan diet doesn't make anybody less vegan than the other. Everyone's vegan because they're trying to become vegan. You know what I mean? If you're made a conscious choice and say, hey, I'm going to try not to eat any more meat anymore, and then you realize you've been eating cheese and dairy down the road, and then you realize, okay, I am now, I realize that cheese and eggs and dairy and all that other stuff are not vegan either. So You go through this process where as you learn, you learn. You can't be like bashing people who are learning. And people are not going to know exactly everything that's vegan. Even vegans who've been vegan for over 30-something years still discover, oh crap, that's not vegan because it comes from this. And then they eliminate it from their diet once they realize it, when they've been eating it for 30-something years. You know, so you have to stop bashing each other. You really have to stop bashing each other. It's enough is freaking enough. Really. I'm so sick and tired of people bashing each other as a vegan. And then, you know, and instead of showing how to be vegan, you're bashing other vegans. You're bashing other non-vegans, trying to give themselves an example to you. And that's not fair. It's really not fair. See, I don't want to be the type of girlfriend that bashes my significant other, especially my boyfriend, into thinking that if he does this, then this is going to happen. I want the man to love me as I am, imperfect as I am, vegan as I am, and I want to love him imperfect as he is and as non-vegan as he is. You know, because you got to make sure you got to have things reachable and attainable. This lifestyle's got to be unified. But there's too many people turning this vegan lifestyle into it's like a Costco membership, kind of. You know, you become vegan, that's your payment, and then no one else can get in. What if someone's trying to become vegan but want to see what vegan foods that there is that they could replace? Because a lot of people, when they come to veganism, they don't go right into veganism. They go through a transition phase. Are you going to shame them for going through a transition phase? Are you going to shame people for accidentally eating cheese on bread? Are you going to accidentally shame people? Are you actually going to shame people? Isn't shaming also a form of non-veganism? It's a form of abuse. It's a form of trolling. I mean, I'm just asking all these questions because maybe you quote-unquote want to be quote-unquote all you rather quote-unquote want to be. Yes, I'm throwing shade right now. You quote-unquote want to be fucking vegan gurus are throwing veganism under the bus just for views on YouTube and for money, when you're claiming other people are doing the same thing for other things, but you're doing the exact same thing. I'm just putting a point across because I want to make veganism more approachable for all people. So you can go to Jack in the Box. I want to make sure I learn how to make Jack in the Box vegan. Taco Bell's easy to make vegan. I do that a lot. And then how to make, Carl's Jr. vegan or Hardee's vegan. How to make, Rubio's vegan. How to make Starbucks vegan. Like all the popular places that you end up going, I want to make sure I learn how to make them vegan. So I could teach you all how to become vegan, how to make healthier choices. And if, it's not for you, at least you tried one time and you removed your carbon footprint one time. That one time of, 7 billion people, that's a lot of carbon footprints getting rid, even if it's just one time. It's not just environmental impact, it's also your own health, You're adding to your life, not taking away. I just get so pissed off at these vegan gurus. They claim that they're vegan gurus. They do sound quite intelligent, but they lack the street smarts, the compassion, the human aspect of what it is to be vegan. You could be book smart all day and know what creatine does. You could be book smart and know what this and this and that is. But, you have to be compassionate to all people, regardless if they're vegan or not. And as a vegan, I want to make sure I include I include my lifestyle acceptable for everybody and open and loving. And if they don't eat vegan, I'm not going to go around shaming people who eat meat. Because at one time, I was not a vegan myself. If someone came up to me back in the day when I was not a vegan, saying, oh, you are a bad person because you're quote unquote killing animals. I'd be like telling them, screw you, kiss my blank, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, and I'd be grabbing my bow staff. But nowadays, as a vegan, I'm seeing other people just bashing people and 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 bashing people. But this time, I'm actually throwing shade at the quote unquote vegan gurus because they think they know it all, but they don't know jack crap. You lose the human aspect of things. You really lose it. You think it's all about competing for intelligence. But the true intelligence is when you're compassionate, loving, giving, wholesome, teaching, not mocking, not calling out. And if you think the calling out is going to be teaching people, it's not really teaching people. It's pissing people off and people turning off their ear to you. As they're saying, is you get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar, but we'll do the vegan version of that. You get more flies with agave nectar than you do with vinegar. I want to make sure that my veganism is acceptable for everybody that walked in my path. So they go, oh wow, that's not an asshole vegan. Lisha's not an asshole vegan. Maybe I'll try this one time. Because this person's not an asshole vegan. See, my hope is that when I finally move in with my boyfriend and he sees how I eat and stuff, and he'll try more vegan dishes, and maybe his family will see that he's doing better or happier, or his allergies doesn't flare as much, and they say, oh wow, maybe that's right. Then maybe his family will try it, and then maybe their friends will try it, and and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure I make veganism more acceptable, and so that's why I'm doing this cooking thing, so I can show you guys you can make things more socially acceptable as a vegan. And welcome Avastar Singh and Robert T. for coming to my YouNow podcast. I appreciate everybody for coming. Thank you. Let's go back and check on these beans. I am making kidney beans as we speak. Let's see who's in the chat. Did the refresh. Robert's still here. And I'm making my stuff all vegan. This is here. It says 4 viewers, but I only see 1 in the chat. Oh well, we'll wait for it to refresh itself. It takes a few seconds. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my rant. I do not enjoy when other vegan gurus, wait, let me go on this one. I don't like when quote-unquote vegan gurus claim to have a nutritional degree. They claim because they sound so intelligent that they are more knowledgeable about veganism than you. But they don't understand that veganism is a journey. Everyone's got a different learning curve. Everyone has different needs in their body. There's no such thing as the perfect vegan. No such thing. And these vegan gurus on YouTube think they're all perfect. They think they're all that plus a bag of chips and an extra $1.95. And really they're on discount on bargain. So some people just need to check themselves before they wreck themselves, type of thing. And it's really upsetting to me because they're making veganism sound like it's unattainable and full of drama. And people don't want to touch something like veganism when there's so much drama attached to it, so much anger, so much pain. There's so much anger in the waking life already as it is. There's so much pain in the waking life. You go on YouTube to become a form of escape. You don't go on YouTube and be part of drama, You go on YouTube to learn something new. But if you're seeing other vegans, calling out other vegans, it's like a form of divisiveness. It's dividing something. And something that is divided cannot stand. Something that is divided cannot stand. Imagine you cutting a pencil in half. It's no longer a whole pencil. Or, it's the only way I can explain it any better than that. I mean, You guys don't understand that being vegan is more than just your diet. It's your emotional state, it's your thinking, it's your heart, it's your mind, your soul, your spirit, it's everything. And these vegan gurus sound like they're so intelligent and they're so smart, but the true intelligence is being compassionate to each other. And to know that my veganism may not be the same as someone who just started. Or someone that just started may have a better understanding about veganism than I do, you know. I think there's no right or wrong answer to go vegan. I think, you know, and I think vegans need to make this socially acceptable for non-vegans. You know, there's this one YouTuber, I forgot her name, but she's kind of she sounds very nice. She started doing the veganizing of like fast